Well, hello there everyone. Sorry again for the change of place, but I have no choice. I have to keep this simple too. I will only do 2 reviews, I think. One Piece chapter 722 is this one. Finally back. This wait felt extremely long, didn't it not, my friends? Well, anyway, everyone is still talking down on Rebecca, and strange enough, then the white stallion Cavendish enters the scene on a horse nonetheless, a white horse, and subtly begins to criticize the public, calling them that they disgust him, that he appears to have a philosophy, if someone were to criticize, wait, how do you say this? Only those that fight has the right to criticize, or, well, it wasn't really that, but he more like he hates the spectators because they criticize Rebecca for being for her family, while they on the other hand do not fight the bloody or the death, in a warrior, so they have no idea how a warrior feels, and he has no respect for them. The strange thing is, I did not expect this side of Cavendish. Of course, he could just show this side because he wants the spectators on his side, because as soon as they begin to, well, yell, then the tunnel begins to hooray at him, he got stars in his eyes. And he says to Rebecca that don't mention it, these public people, disgusts him. However, this was what he said. Those who won't even risk their lives have no right to jeer at her. If you want her dead, that must take up your weapon again in the ring. Yeah, that's what they said. And, well, I'm actually beginning to wonder, does he criticize the public because they have celebrated Luffy so very much, or is that his real views? Either way, it's more to Cavendish that appears to meet his vain eyes. Also, Luffy defends Rebecca for himself to the prisoners, saying something, a sin of a grandfather is not someone else has. That's actually a good way. You should not blame someone for someone else's crime. Well, technically in the real life, we blame a lot of other people who have done bad things. You do know what I'm talking about, don't you? But that's another story. Elsewhere, Usopp still wants to find a plan to get out of this Riboku army and escape. However, they do not have that yet. And he also, as the toy soldier and the other dwarves begins to the plan. For 10 years we have fought for the honor of the abdicated King Riku. Elsewhere, Zoro and Wicca runs on, and she reveals to Zoro the 3 strongest people of the rest of Don Quixote family. It's Treble, it's Diamante, and that 3rd guy, that armor guy who sat on the spade, is named Pica. Anybody who knows Spanish, Italian, or whatever, is Pica the name for spade? Because, well, we do know, I discovered that Treble and Diamante was some kind of Spanish for clover and diamond, whatever. So those 3 are the strongest. Well, then who is gonna fight who? Zoro, I think he's gonna fight that Pika guy. Sanji will, I would be surprised if he will not fight Treble. But who will fight that Diamante? Luffy? Or someone else? Either way, they do that. Elsewhere, Jorah, and also they meet up with Sanji and Kinemon, and Violet also returns. I begin to wonder, does she really have good intentions? She says that Jorah has captured Luffy's ship, and it's true that she beginning to kill off all the rest. However, and Brook claims to be a fan of her art or whatever. However, he tricks her by she turning back his blade into what, and suddenly and he cuts her. Elsewhere, the most shocking and most amazing is this, that Donflamingo has defeated Law, and he reveals a history from 800 years ago about these 20 kings. One of those kings who formed the world government was the Nefertari family. However, they did not leave their kingdom that they did in. Because, I mean, all these 20 kingdoms left their kingdoms that they ruled and formed the world government. However, the Nefertari family stayed, so it was 19. And then they gave royalty to the rest of these people. Sorry. I mean, the 20 kings gave new royalty to these countries, and then they named the Riku family then this new kings of Dressrosa. But the original kings of Dressrosa was the Don Quixote family. Donflamingo is a descendant of the world novels, one of the creators. That's exactly how he has always been one step ahead of everyone. But how? I mean, I read the spoilers and I was confused a long time. I mean, first I asked myself, was the Riku family really a corrupt persons and these Don Quixote was right? However, now when I read this, I'm beginning to understand. The old Don Quixote family from 800 years ago named the Riku family the king of that kingdom. And now they took back what they believe is rightfully theirs. That's how Don Quixote is the king of Dressrosa. And also how he is able to trick everyone with the world novels stuff. Damn, I can't wait to see Donflamingo being punched out. I mean, Fujitora and Donflamingo now has nailed law, and he can barely stand. What kind of despair awaits us now? What do you think about this? I mean, it was no surprise then maybe that Donflamingo really was a world novel, but no one knows that. And he appears to know everything about the world government. These descendants, there's more to them than meets the eye. They're not just have the blood of the creators. They know something. They might know something, or it's just the Don Quixote family. And also, they said the Nefertari family was also one of the founders. However, they still rule their kingdom. I mean, they have a poneglyph in their tombs. Does that mean that they betrayed the 20 kings and that's why they stayed in their kingdom? Or something else? I mean, the Nefertari family has shown to be very kind people. This is scary, my friends. But unlike the other two chapters, this was a chapter I wanted. That's all I can say. Give me your thoughts if you want. See ya.